everyone. So welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is day 2. Day 1 we treated how we can actually show a network that was actually a network segmentation or a real world network simulation that was created, and how you can actually ping each offices or each network and get replies from it. Remember, successful replies show that your network was actually connected successfully. Well, today we're trying to build from scratch, just as promised. So we're trying to build from scratch. So first of all, we'll be using the software called the Cisco Packet Tracer. So you have to download the Cisco Packet Tracer, and if you haven't downloaded it, so I'll paste the right link below this video so you can download it and you can check it out. So and if you have any questions or if you're having any bugs um related to Cisco Packet Tracer, then you can just comment and I'll go through the comments later. So basically you have to use the 8.2 version. The 8.2 version, the 9.0 is currently buggy, so you'll be getting a lot of redirects and all that. So best download the 8.22 version, which will be the link that I'll be dropping below this video. So let's get right on track to what we have today. So today is we're gonna be setting up a simple network in Cisco Packet Tracer, just like the one I showed you. So we're gonna be building it from scratch. We're gonna be building it from scratch. So I have my PDF guide here. I'm also gonna post. I'm also gonna paste a link below where you can actually get the guide. Although you can also, when you're trying to download um, the app on the website, you can also see the guide also. But in case you do not see it, you also see it at the below this video. So let's just get right on track. So what is the step one? Step one is to open the packet tracer, which we've already done, and we've done the step one. Let's go right into step two. Now we need to create our offices. So we need to add devices to the workspace. And to add devices to the workspace, meaning you need to create your own workspace itself. You need to create your own workspace itself. And for each office, we need to add the following device. For each office or workspace, we need to add the following device. So we're going to be having Office A and Office B. Office A and Office B, just like it was seen in the former video. So, and what makes up an Office A? That means two PCs, meaning two laptops. You can have as many as you like, but we'll be starting with basically two, and also one switch. So let's get right on that. So what do we have here? We're having network devices, we're having end devices, components, connection. So we'll be using just two things here. So first of all, you click on this, which is, so we have the PC, laptop, server, and as many things, but I'm interested in PC. So gonna like paste that here. Also paste that here. You can drag it here. So let it just be in proper alignment. So meaning, what do we have here? This is for Office A. This is for Office A. Two PCs. So we can decide to add one more switch to complete our office or workspace. To complete our office or workspace, we can decide to add one more switch. So this is our router. So you can decide to like switch rather on the router. I can delete this. So this is our switch. We don't need the router yet. So with this now, let me put this below a bit. Let me drag this below. Now we've already created our Office A. Now what makes up our Office A? We have the PC1, PC2, and the switch. Remember that I said that in programming counting starts from 0. So that's why this is PC 0. Programming starts from 0. So 1 is actually 0 in programming, and 2 is actually 1 in programming. So you start counting from 0 when it comes to programming. So this is like 1, 2, and if you have as many PC, the next one, the third one will be what, on index. This is on index 0, which is the first one. The second one is on index 1, which is the second PC. So the third one will be on index 2, which is the third PC. So programming, you start from 0, but we're not doing programming right now. So let's just get right straight to the video. So now we've already created the Office A. So let's create Office B then. So you click on the end device, try to drag that here, give it space. You click on it again, you drag it here. So we've already added 2 PCs to our Office B. Then we also need a switch. And so this is the switch here. So we add a switch. Remember what I said, switch connects PCs. And they allow connections between in a local area network. They allow connection between more than one devices, or between 2 or more devices in a local area network. And how do you and PCs and switch makes up an office, because the first thing you want to do is to have a relationship, you have a communication in an office, which is having PCs and a switch. You want to allow connections or a communication between them. And then when you want to connect between this local area network or offices, you need to like connect both switches. And what do you need to connect both switches? We're going to be doing that in step um we're also going to be doing that in step 2b. So now we've created Office A, we've created Office B, which are 2 PCs and a switch. Office B. Now we need to add one more router. I'm just following the PDF, so which is gonna be below this video. So the next step is to add one router to connect both offices together. So right here, you're gonna see the router. So we're gonna drag that and paste that here. So now we have our router. So we're probably forming about a triangle or something. So now we've already have our router, but we don't have any connections yet. So at the end of this step, you've already seen PC1, PC2, PC3, and PC4. So this is PC1, PC2, PC3, PC4. So remember, programming starts from 0, and that's why you're gonna be having 0, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So I've already discussed that already. Now let's go to step 3. And what does step 3 mean, or what does it entail? Now we need to connect our devices using the cables. So we're going to be connecting our devices using the lightning bolt cable. So that's what we're going to be using. So we're going to connect each PC to its office switch using a copper straight through cable. So we're going to be connecting each switch, also connecting the PC using the lightning bolt. We're going to use the same connection icon, which is the lightning bolt, to also connect these our switches to the router. So we need to ensure all devices are in the same office. We need to ensure all devices in the same office are connected to the same switch, and each PC using a different switch port. So let's try to connect that. So we're going to tap on this, which is our connection icon. It's like a lightning bolt, and we're gonna like hold that, and we're gonna like connect that to that, tap on it again, connect that to that. Let's connect this one also to that. Gonna go back and tap on it again, connect that to that. So now we've been able to create a successful office or workspace, meaning the offices, for office A we have the pieces connected to a switch, and for office B we have the pieces connected to its own switch. So, so now we need to connect each we need to connect each switch to the router to enable connection between the offices. So we need a router to enable connection, because the office might be in Ikeja and this one might be in, maybe this might be upstairs, this might be downstairs. The offices might be in different blocks itself, so they have to be connected through the internet. So, and that's where a router comes in. So we're gonna be having this also. We're using that same connection. You just tap on it once and you go there, come here, you tap on it here, you just move it up. So that is that on that. So we've been able to what, complete 3 steps now. We've been able to complete 3 steps. We've been able to complete 3 steps. So for the step one, we're able to create our office A, which is made up of 2 PCs and a switch. Office B, which is made up of also 2 PCs and a switch. And we also created added a router to connect both switches. So we've also managed to use our lightning bolt connection to connect each offices um, together. So that is that on that. So the next step, step 4, and how do we assign IP address? We need to click on each PC, go to the desktop tab, then IP configuration. Click on each PC, go to the desktop tab, then IP configuration. And how do we do that? Let's try to, for office A, what's the IP setting? So we need to tap on this for the first PC. Are you there? So we go to the desktop tab, then we click on IP configuration. So whether you want it to be dynamic or you want it to be static, but I prefer it to be static. So let's just click on this. So we need to assign IP address. So for PC1, we're going to be using 1.10, which is 192. Don't want to make this video too long. .10. So for the IP version 4 address, we're going to be having 192.168.1.10. So the Subnet-Mask assigns automatically. You don't need to write that. And for the gateway, we also need to edit the gateway. So 192.168.1.1. So, and one thing I've noticed is that you don't need to press any enter key and all that. One thing I've noticed is that every PC needs to be in the same office, needs to be on the same gateway. They have to be on the same gateway. So let's try to copy that in case. So the IP address is 192.168.1.10. Subnet-Mask is added automatically, and you have to put in your default gateway. And I understand that every PC in the same office have to be in the same default gateway. So we've said that if you decide to, this means that there's no connection. That's why it's saying the red. So if you tap on this again to confirm, tap on this, you see that everything is all set. So let's set the IP address for the second PC. Let's set the IP address for the second PC. So we tap on this, go to desktop, and we have IP configuration. So this is 192.168.1.11. Subnet-Mask gets added automatically. So this, let's try if we can paste it. So we've been able to paste it. Remember, each PC in the same office needs to have the same gateway. They need to have the same gateway. So that is that on that. So you just click on X. This is the IP address is 192.168.1.10. We have all this, and this is 192.168.1.11, but this on the same gateway. So let's do that for Office P. So we'll go back to desktop, and we have IP configuration. So we're in the second office now. So we're gonna be typing the IP address 192.168. You can use anything you like, but you have to make sure you're remembering that. You're remembering it. So here we decide to use 2.1, as long as you're following the 255 assignment terminology. So as long as you're following that, it doesn't matter. So here we are just having two. The difference between it is just two. The difference between of PC1 and PC3, PC1 of Office A and PC1 of Office B. It's just the two here. So subnet gets added automatically, and for the default gateway, let's try if we can paste this. But remember, this is the default gateway of the first office. So for this one, we're gonna be having 2.1, 2.1, 2.1. So that is that on that. So you click on X, you go back, and for this one, we're gonna be having 192.168.2.11. Subnet gets added automatically, and for the default gateway, we're gonna be having 2.1. Remember, they have to be on the same default gateway. PCs in the same office have to be on the same gateway. So if you tap on this back and you look at it, what's the gateway here? 192.168.2.1. And for the second PC of the second office, 192.168.2.1. So we're done with step 4. So we're done with step 4. What is step 5? Step 5 simply means we have to configure the router. And for configuring the router, we just have to type in a bunch of keys and all that. That is what we're going to be doing. To configure the router, we need to type in a bunch of keys. So, so how do we configure the router? You have to click on the router, then open the CL tab and enter the following commands. Again, click on the router, open the CL tab and enter the following commands. And what are these commands? Enable configure terminal, interface G0/0 or 0/0, and we have to enter the IP addresses, then no shutdown, exit, interface again for the second office G0/1, the IP address, no shutdown, exit. So that is what we're going to be having for the step 5. And the step 6 means for step 6 we're going to be testing our network. So we click on the router, open the CL tab, and you're going to see a bunch of stuff here, and you're going to be seeing a bunch of stuff here. Just try to press enter key, and if it still shows it, just press yes. So it will ask you, would you like to enter the basic management setup? Just tap on yes. So enter the host name. Okay, would you like to enter basic management setup? Once you've gotten the router, you press your enable keyword. So once you've gotten the router, you press your enable keyword, so which is the enable keyword on the secret itself. And once you see this router hash, then you proceed to press your configure keyword. So it could be configure terminal or configure T, depending on what you decide. So you can just leave it as configure T or configure terminal, and you press enter key. So now it's asking you for the router configuration, so which is and it's telling you 1 per line. one per line, one per line. So the next one in our guide is to type the interface g naught slash 0, interface g naught slash 0. So we've done that, and the next one is to type your IP address. Type IP address and space 192.168.1.1, and you type your subnet mask 255.255.255.0. So you press your enter key. Then the next step is to type no shutdown. Now these are just basic commands. No shutdown. So after you type no shutdown, it shows you the interface you're on. You change state, gives you a bunch of replies, and the next one is to type exit, because we need to type for this is for the office A. So the next one is to type the office. So so now we're going to type the next command for the office B. We've already typed the first command to configure the office A, connecting it to the router. And if you notice here, it's now showing green. It is now showing green, meaning our office A is now successfully connected to the router. So now here we have red. So we need to connect our office B successfully to the router. So now we're going to be typing the same command. So I'm going to adjust this so you'll be able to see the changes. We'll scroll down. So the next one is the interface. The first one was G naught slash 0 or slash naught. So this one will be interface g naught slash 1 rather. So we're gonna type that, and the next thing is the IP address. IP address 192.168.2.1.255.255, which is the Subnet-Mask .0. So we're gonna press enter key, and the next thing is to type the no shutdown. So we're going to be getting the same bunch of lines, and the next thing is to type, the next step will be to type the exit. So that is that on that. We've been able to configure our router. So now there's no red, it's all green. So now let us try to test our network connectivity. Let us try to test our network connectivity. And how do you test your network connectivity? It has to be from the PC. So you click on any PC, go to the desktop, and then command prompt. Click on any PC. You can see that it's all green now. Click on any PC and go to the desktop. And we don't need the IP address for now. We don't need to go through here, except we want to check the IP address, which is 192.168.1.10, but we don't need that for now. So we want to test our network connectivity, which is using the command prompt, and by that we'll be doing the ping command. So we have to ping 192.168.1.10. So we need to test our communication between the PCs, and I want you to be able to see this. So let me adjust this. So ping 192.168.1.10. and you press enter key. So as long as you're getting all these replies, that tells you that you have a successful connection. So successful replies confirms that the network is working correctly. So you can ping as many as you want. You can ping as many as you want. So let's try to ping the other PC. So let's check the IP address 192.168.1.11. So we'll click on this X, go back to command prompt. So let's adjust this so we'll be able to see it. So this is to ping the second PC. Ping 192.168.1.11. So you press the enter key. So as long as you're able to get all those replies, that tells you that your connection was successful. So in our next tutorial, which is the third video, we're gonna be sending a message across these screens. We're gonna be sending a message across the PCs or across offices, meaning from here all the way to this place, and from office A to office B, or from office B to office A. So that is that. So see you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe.